fucking noise. She's amazing. The very funny Silvia Saige!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not used to my audience being so far away from me, so I don't know if you can tell, but I recently had my lips done.
Whoa.
No?
Yeah!
Well, the thing is I really want to talk about it because I think I made a mistake, is what I'm saying. So, I don't know if you've heard of vaginal rejuvenation. Anyone? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't, it's where they take your vaginal lips and they take them from meat curtains into meat mini blinds, you know? From like 5 kids to like Asian 12-year-old, you know? Sounds amazing, right?
Yeah.
Sounds fucking amazing. Well, I'm pissed because that's not what I did, okay? I went and had these lips done because I'm vain and I live in Los Angeles and people told me my lips were thin, so I was like, fuck it, plump them up. And then I heard about this vaginal rejuvenation, Googled it, turns out I'm more an after picture than a before picture, and I'm pissed, okay? So I feel like I spent my money on the wrong set, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that I had gone to curtains. I thought I was still in the mini blind section, but it turns out a little bit too much black cock will take you in a direction you're not prepared to go yet, okay? And you're like, why is this woman so concerned with her pussy lips? And I will tell you. It's because I work as a part-time comedian and part-time adult film actress.
Yeah!
Yeah. A few of you know what porn is. That's good. No, and I haven't, the thing is I would feel better about my lips being so large if I had children, because I feel like that's like it's a scar, right? It's something that you've done. You've made these children, and they've contorted your body a little bit. But I have not had any children. Did not stop me from one time telling someone that I was about to, though. You see, before I got into pornography and before I got into stand-up comedy, I worked in corporate America for nearly a decade, okay?
Wow.
Yeah. About 6.5 years if you count all the times I called in, okay? I was not a good person and I was a horrible employee. And I will tell you, when I was 28 years old, I had called in as much as possible. I had taken off all my days off. I had killed all of my grandparents. I mean, they were already dead. But I brought them back to life so I could kill them again and attend those funerals. You know what I'm saying? So on a day where I was laying there in bed, and I'm like, fuck it, what are you going to tell him today? And so I said, just tell him you're pregnant. And I did, okay?
Yeah.
And in my brain, I was like, I just want some time off for my morning sickness, you know? And I got it, okay? But here's the problem. When you tell someone you're pregnant, they expect a baby, right? So eventually, one day, I had to call in with my miscarriage. And I know, it was a really sad day for me as well. And, in fact, it was a depression that I suffered following my miscarriage. That's where I got the real PTO, guys. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a thing to do. I'm saying you can do it and it works. Okay? But what I'm saying is I wasn't a good person. And so, you guys, I'm 35 years old. That's hence the meat curtains, okay? So, when people hear that I'm 35 years old and I'm working in pornography, they're like, oh my God, this poor girl, she has hit rock bottom. And I assure you, yes, I have, okay? But oddly enough, pornography was not that for me. Making up babies to murder them felt more like rock bottom to me, you know? Because all porn ever did for me was get me tested and then provide me with other clean partners. And then y'all, they write you a check, okay? Yeah. I felt like I had won the best game of Would You Rather in history, you know? It was like life presented me with these 2 options, and it was like, Sylvia, would you rather continue killing mythical babies in corporate America, or take clean hot dick for money? Hi, Alex. I'll take being a whore for $2,000, you know? Pornography takes away all of the risk. They really do. Like the risk of Disney calling, the risk of like your parents ever being proud of you. You know, that's okay. My parents are very proud of my brother. He's killing the game. No. It's funny though, my dad is very oddly proud of me in like a sick way. It is, and it's because he wishes he was me. It's not like he wishes he could fuck me, but he wants to be me. He's like, I think it's so awesome that during the day you just go have orgasms and then at night you go tell jokes about it. And I'm like, you're right, that is pretty awesome. But my mom, on the other hand, she and I have a little bit of a disagreement. Because, well, Jesus, you know. I haven't read the book, at least not all of it, but she says that he's not a big fan of horse, but I've heard differently. So it's fine. We both just spend a lot of time talking to dudes on our knees, and I make more money than she does, so fuck her, you know? It's true. People ask me a lot of really fucked up questions when they find out I work in pornography, you know? And they're like, do you eat pussy? And I'm like, okay, here's the thing. So, porn is more like Fear Factor. I don't know if you've seen the show Joe Rogan used to do. Yeah. So, Joe Rogan used to do this show called Fear Factor where he would force you to, you know, do awful things like eat bulls' testicles, okay? Well, I live Fear Factor every single day, all right? And when I got in pornography, I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat pussy, right? I have standards. I'm not into women. But rent in Los Angeles is very high, and my morals are fucking low. So I eat pussy, but I like to give advice now on how to eat pussy because 98% of the men in this world eat pussy wrong. Yes, that's a statistic I came up with all by myself, but women, I know you agree. Okay, so when I do my stand-up, I like to give PSAs now, because if I've had to do it, you're gonna have to learn too, okay? Right? So, I don't think it's men's fault. I don't, because I think men, they try really hard, and they go out and they read books, and it tells them to do stupid shit, like the ABCs on a woman's pussy, right? It doesn't work, okay? Because women, we need repetition, all right? That little thing that we plug into the wall, you know, all it does, okay, that's what we need, constant, okay? So, I say pick one letter out of the alphabet and then stick with that letter until she tells you otherwise, okay? My letter, in case you're wondering, I am single. My letter is I, okay? So just I, 5-10 minutes, you know? Like, I don't know your girl, okay? But gentlemen, if you can't do that, if you can't give us a simple repetition that we need, then just quit it and just bring up the dick, okay? That's why you're here. It's the one thing you have that we don't, right? But on the way to bringing me that dick, I please ask that you stop putting me into the 69 position, okay? Because I didn't ask for it, and I sure as fuck don't want it, okay? Because I strongly believe that at no point during foreplay should I or any other woman be forced to stare directly into a straight man's asshole. Okay? They are dark, they are dirty, they smell bad. Alright? Frankly, gentlemen, I think you should have some shame. Okay? I have shame in my asshole. It's not for the same reasons, though. Here's a fun fact that you can Google later. I have a little tiny mole right next to my asshole. And it looks like a piece of shit. Okay. So I get ashamed anytime I'm with a new man, and then he kindly tries to flick it away, you know? And I'm like, oh no, sweetie, that one's here to stay, you know? It's funny though, because as shameful as assholes are, men are still trying to get inside of them, you know, like accidentally. Which I find adorable because I love ass play. But I wonder, do they think that we don't know the difference? So I'll explain the difference to you, gentlemen. It is the difference between pleasure and then someone sticking a dick in your ass, okay? We can tell. Okay? And gentlemen, if you get a lady who is nice enough to let you stick it in her pooper, don't be surprised when it comes out wearing a little shih tzu. Okay? Little crap cap, if you will, you know? Because that's where shit comes from, right? I've never in my life heard a man ask for a blowjob and then be like, but if you could just not spit on my dick, that'd be great. No. So that's not how this works, right? This is where I have to apologize to the ladies, because I do work in pornography, but I like to tell you that it's a big fat lie. Pornography lies to you about everything. And and it tells you things like, I have children. I don't, okay? None of those are my stepkids. And it tells you that women like cum on their face, and we don't, okay? It takes me an hour to do this makeup. I'll cut your balls off, all right? But it also tells you that women like to gag on your cock. And they're down there doing that, and they're like, like tears running down her face. Like, I know, I'm that poor girl, okay? But that's not real life, okay? In real life, she will vomit on your cock. You see, I'm a professional. I vomit too. I just scoop it back in, all right? But I understand why you men do it, and I do, and I think it's an ego thing. And it's the same reason that men go out and they buy Magnum condoms when they clearly have a less than average dick, you know? Like, it makes them feel like a big, strong man, and I think that's why guys like gagging like women on their cocks, and they're like, yeah, choke on that big, fat cock. But guys, when we gag ourselves when we've had a little bit too much to drink, it's with our finger, okay? So it does the same thing. It's not about you, okay? I need you to get over yourselves just a little bit and let us suck your dick, okay? It's a nice gesture, right?
Like it.
Where'd the guy who wanted his dick sucked? Is he still here? I'm just saying, I won't do it, but I know a gay man. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with the last question that I get the most often, and it is, Sylvia, do you actually come on camera? And to that, I will say, I try not to, okay? Yeah, for a few reasons. And one is that there's about 5 too many people in that room for my personal comfort level. Okay? Secondly is pornography is about camera angles. Really nothing to do with pleasure angles, alright? So what you think is happening to me is about 5 inches away from anything I'll actually enjoy, okay? But the last reason is probably the most important reason to me. And that's because my actual O face isn't the nice thing that you see on TV that I've presented and made for you, you know? It's more like I'm suffering from a stroke. Okay? So when I've got my downtime, there's nobody else in that room with me, and I've got that vibrator plugged into the wall, you don't see the it's more like a I can't move my arm any longer, you know, I'm just trying so hard to get there, you know, like and I just decided a long time ago that I didn't want that face on HD. Okay? Hey guys, I'm Silvia Saige.
Yeah! Silvia